They're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Cardinals going up against the Rams. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Arizona Cardinals and our home team. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Looking to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Detroit! Here we go. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The defense here for the Rams.
Jonathan Joseph goes under the radar a little bit as one of the better cover corners in the league, but his team knows his value. He can lock up good receivers.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Johnson. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. And one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here's Johnson, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Can't find anyone open. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On first down, gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back to throw. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
You know, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the backup running back, Carlos Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now Goff. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Dejon Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
Goff now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dejon Buchanan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 3, 19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3, 19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And the offense in a great spot. It's first, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically
get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Back to throw, Goff. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's...
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They go to Johnson again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Nelson. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Another pistol look here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the lead is now 24. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. From the gun on third down, Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Again, it's Johnson. And some room to work. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go now. 3, 9,
On 2nd down, Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Well, after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Leopard, hurry up, here we go. 3, 19.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Goff. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Johnson running left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Ten yards to go on 3rd.
Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a pitch out to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Connects it to Roberts, right side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. Goff. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's going to loft one deep left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 56 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it shows confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Play action. It's Goff. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Screen play, Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Incomplete. So third down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and their lead will swell up to 28. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down throw, gone. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Robert Quinn in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. run it now out of the gun. Now pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Backing up. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Welcome back now here in London. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now come the Cardinals. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Johnson on the counter. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go! 3-19!
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
You're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Third and long. It's Goff. And he's got his man Hilton. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now a play fake here on first down. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They go back to the ground with Williams. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The play clock's running down. Play action. It's gone. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Hurry up, here we go.
Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind. But he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A big play there on the screen pass. 33 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lopped it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Here we go!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hey, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throw here. Deep drop. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. They'll set up to throw. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Let's go, Ohio!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will light a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And